Hi guys, what's up? It's Evan here, and today I am doing another tutorial video on how to fingerboard. So let's get into it. So what you need first is just any kind of fingerboard. Preferably I use some Tech Decks. I use a lot of kind of fingerboards. Sometimes I even just bought some off Amazon, like these ones, and I just paint them for fun. So all you need is just a fingerboard, and then so I'll do it with two different kinds. So I'll just do it with a regular, like a $3 fingerboard, and maybe just a Tech Deck. I'll use the Tech Deck just for reasons. So yeah. So in this, for this tutorial, I'm just gonna teach you several tricks and things about fingerboarding, and let's get into it. So to start off fingerboarding, the stance you want to have. So if you're righty, have your middle finger on the tail of the board. So just get ready for the stance. Just have the board like out in front of you. So, and then have your pointer finger on the center of the board, and have your middle finger on the tail of the board if you're right-handed, but do the opposite if you're left-handed. So you'll start off like this. So that's the stance of a fingerboard. So now I'm going to teach you how to ollie. So once you know how to ollie, you can literally do any kind of tricks on a fingerboard, like any. So how to do an ollie is that you're going to pop this part of the tail just hard. Just practice doing that, just popping the tail and just getting it off the ground. So then you'll have, once you pop this, your pointer finger will just like lightly just have the board just be flat while you're off, like that. So this is what it looks like. I know I'm holding onto the board, but this is what an ollie looks like. You just pop it hard enough for it to come off the ground. Sometimes to help you practice, you can just pop back, have your fingers like up, and have the board down, and then just come back up. That is a good way to practice. So this is what it looks like. Just like that. Yeah, like that. So like when you just flip the board over and then just do that. That's like to help you practice ollie and everything. So that's like a way to help you practice ollie. But once you get good at doing this, of just doing the board flat and just coming back up with the finish, you can actually stop doing that and actually just pop it up and have it flat like this. So just pop it hard, have this finger will flatten the board out, and then you just land it. So once you have, like I said, once you have this down, like that ollie, you're ready to move on to this ollie, which is literally just popping the board down hard enough, like I said before, to have the board go up in the air. You can actually just, to also help you, another way you can do it is to have the board like sideways and just ollie instead of flipping the board over once you get good at that. Just like that. So that is to show you how to ollie. So the next trick I'm going to show you is a shove it. So like I said in this video, I'm going to teach you some of the basic fingerboard tricks. So a next trick is a shove it. So I don't know what a shove it is. It's literally just turning the board 180 degrees, popping it up high, and so it's just popping the board like an ollie and turning the board 180 degrees. So this is what it looks like. Then I'm going to show you the trick. Just like that. So when you're looking at this, you want to have your finger come in, your middle finger to come in like this to have that spin motion. So just practice spinning it with that finger. That's just a regular shove it. This is a pop shove it. So once you have that turn down, try adding a pop to it like this. So your pointer finger isn't really doing anything. It's just trying to keep the board like stable and balanced and flat. So, and then your middle finger is doing almost all of the trick. the whole trick by just spinning the board and popping it at the same time. So just to get used to the turn, like the 180-degree turn. So like you can see, like on the label, if you have a tech deck, this will be really helpful for you. So if you can look at the label and you can look at the letters. So if you look at the letters, the way my fingerboard is facing right now is having the D on the bottom. So look at what's facing you, and if it's facing you again, you know it's doing a 360 or not doing a turn. But if you see that the word, like right here, I mean, I just use the word deck. It doesn't really matter, but if you look at tech on the thing, you can look at one of these words to help you. And if you see that the one that is facing your middle finger is facing away from you, you know it's doing a 180-degree turn. But if it doesn't have a label, just watch the board closely and just look and see where it turns. You know it's not spinning like that. So it's just not really creating much of a spin. So just practice turning it with your middle finger. Sorry, I sneezed. So, like I said, practice just spinning the board 180 degrees without popping it with your middle finger. Just practice spinning it, and then once you get good at that, just start popping down at the same time. And just turn it. So it's just like, it's combining that ollie and the 180-degree turn I taught you. This and an ollie at the same time. So that's what it looks like that. Alright, so that is a shove it. Now moving on to the third trick. So the third trick I'm going to teach you is a 360 shove it, or a 3-shove. So a 360 shove it and a 3-shove, they mean the same thing. It's just a shove it like you did, except you're turning it 360 degrees. So it's like a circle. So this is what it looks like. Looks like that. Oops, hang on. Just like that. So practice, like I said with the shove it, practice spinning the board 360 degrees. So you can see like the side that is facing your middle finger, it's facing you still after you do the turn. Like I said with the shove it, it'll be facing away from you. So just practice with that spin. There's not really much to explain to this because it's literally the same thing as a shove it, except you're turning it 360 degrees. So practice with the 360-degree turn, and then you're ready to pop the board. So this is literally combining that spin and an ollie. But if you're a beginner and you want to just practice spinning it, that's fine. So just practice spinning the board until you feel comfortable about popping it. So just pop it down. Just practice popping it like this, and once you feel comfortable move your finger in while you're popping it to do that trick. So that is a 3-shove, and here's the last trick I'm going to show you. So I think the hardest beginner trick of all of them is a kick flip. I might actually show you 2 more, but I think these last 2 tricks are the hardest. So, actually no. Yeah, I do have 2 more tricks. So next trick I'm going to show you is a 3-flip. So a 3-flip is just doing a 360-degree turn, and it's doing a kick flip at the same time. So this is what it looks like. Just like that. So you're just going to ollie back, and it'll literally do the flip for you. Watch like the board, because if it spins too much, it'll do a 540 flip. So a 360 flip is literally just popping the board back with your middle finger. And don't forget to move your middle finger in, like I taught you with the 3-shove. You're just popping it down, and you're popping the board down and also doing a flip. So when you see it flipping and it's not like spinning flat like that, you know it's doing a flip. So practice just popping the board like this. You can literally just like press the board down and it could do the trick for you. But that's not the way you're supposed to do it. But if you want to do that to get like practice with a pop with your middle finger, just to practice popping, just use your middle finger and just hit the tail. That'll practice the popping for the 3 flip. And then just practice, like I said, I taught you with the 3 shove. Practice with the spinning, because that's what you're going to be doing with the 3 flip. So it's literally just spinning and like doing a kick flip at the same time. Which a kick flip I will show you in a second. So just practice popping the board and you'll know how to do it. Just like that. Alright, so that's a 3 flip for you. But if you want to see some other tutorial videos on how to fingerboard, please go look on the other people's YouTube channels and skaters. I mean, I'm still like a bit of a beginner of a fingerboarder. I mean, I'm not the greatest fingerboarder of all time, so no one's perfect in general. So, alright, now let's move on to the last trick. So the last trick I'm going to show you is probably the hardest beginner trick I'm showing you throughout this tutorial. It's a kick flip. So a kick flip, you have to learn the ollie. So just once you master the ollie, you're going to flick out with your, so let me do this for you first. This is taking us forever. There we go. So kick flip, what you're doing is you're gonna pop and then you're just gonna like graze across the top of the board with your pointer finger to do the flip. Like you can see, my pointer finger is going across the nose of the board, which is right here. So that's what's creating that flip. But if you don't do it so far back, because if you spin it like this, you're doing a varial flip. Make sure you have the board flat, like that. So you're ollieing up and just flipping it towards you with that flick. So be sure you know how to pop, or I'm an ollie. And then you're going to flick. You're going to move your pointer finger to the nose of the board like this. Like you can move over from here to here while moving. Just practice moving the board like across the board with that, because that can teach you the flip. This is a hard trick in general, but just practice with the ollie and then just move and once the fingerboard's in the air, that's when you move your fingers to the nose. So this is a tough trick. Some of these I feel like they're hard to explain. So yeah, so that is showing you how to fingerboard and some tricks that can get you started. Hang on a second. I just got an email. Thanks for watching, all of you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on what some other tutorials you want to see. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.